What is going on, everyone? My name is Northy and I am excited to give you guys the final Teamcoach update for 2024. We are clearly in 2025, so it is a bit well overdue. However, I've got 3 albums that I'm going to go through with you guys to see what we've got. Obviously, this is not going to be where I finish it off in terms of my collecting for Teamcoach in 2024, because I would still like to complete some collections, but some others have also been completed, and I'd like to show it off as best as I can in the meantime. I have made some purchases in, I think, the last few weeks. It's been a couple of weeks since I have made a particular card purchase. However, this is what I've got at the moment, and I've got other projects that I'm excited to also announce within this video. Well, not necessarily announce, but kind of give you an update with. So, really happy that you guys have joined me here today. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you are excited for all the 2025 excitement that comes with new packs and new content. Nonetheless, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's have a look at what we've got for 2024. So here we are. You can see my camera's just a little bit above me at the moment. So this is what you're seeing from the top down, but it's the best I can do without it being right in the middle of my face. So hopefully it's not too distracting, but nonetheless, I've got the 3 albums here to have a look through. First off, however, I want to quickly give a little shout out to my breaks page. I mentioned it in my What's Coming in 2025 video. I have recently done my first break, and I am doing my second break where I am opening up something that I didn't manage to get last year. It is going to be Legacy Ultimate 2024. This is going to be opened over on Facebook, and you guys have a chance to get some cards. Of course, over on Facebook, it goes under Northy Breaks. It would mean the most if you could go over there, jump in, and become a part of what we've got over there. It would be really nice to see you there. And even jump into a break, you could get something from this box. And who knows what's in here, man? I'm really excited to see what there is. But we need a few more people to fill it up. And so that's why I call out to you guys. So thank you very much if you go ahead and do that. But we will get into, of course, what we've got in these albums. So first off, we've got ourselves the Star Powers album. This one here has gotten more and more full as the year's gone on, and my system with this is I put the silver in front, but if I get the team Star Power, then I put the team in front. So we've got this one here, we move across, you can see the silvers in the back there for the team Star Powers that we've got. And then we've got here Nick Dacos, we've got Paddy Cripps up the top there, and you can see it goes like that for a fair bit. I have a few Collingwood ones in there. There's some that I actually have for every single team, or I've got every player in the team. You can see there GWS. I've got every single one, so that's a nice little completed collection there. Same goes for Hawthorn. Managed to do Hawthorn, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I am missing a Silver Star Power at this point. Honestly, I could be missing one. I haven't been too on top of all that, but nonetheless, you can see every spot has at least something, so that's at least pretty good. Then we move on to the Cardcraft. This is missing a few, sorry, and again, it's one of those collections I haven't really looked out for. I've looked out a lot for my box hits, my double box hits, obviously not case hits, but these regular sets has kind of been whatever I can pull, I'll chuck in the album if I don't have. So you'll see a few missing spots here and there, a fair few to be honest, but nonetheless, I'm not too worried about it. It is just something that I was slowly filling up over the year, and I didn't get any gold Cardcrafts after the first one to start last year, so no point in me really getting anything else out of these Cardcrafts, to be honest. Nothing too worrying about it. I'm really not too stressed. We're just going to quickly move on from these. But of course, Cardcraft, an amazing set and a great idea. Hopefully we can pull some more next year in 2025. If they've got Cardcrafts, I'd assume they do. They're always pretty good. Then we move to the Fantasies. This is a set that I completed in between the last update and this one. So you can see we've got the Adelaide, Brisbane, Carlton, Collingwood, Nick Dacos. I managed to get it pretty cheap for what Nick usually goes for, but it was $20, which is usually a wild card price. I can get the rest of these for probably 10, or at least close to it. So nothing too great in terms of pricing for that one, but at the same time, I have completed the collection. I'm very happy. And then nearly for the Fantasy Duos, I am missing just the one, and of course, it's Collingwood. Collingwood's just ridiculously expensive. But then we move on to the gold, best and fairest. These ones I completed a while ago. This is one of my first box hit completions. This one, I just have so many doubles of. I've got so many gold, best and fairest doubles now, it's ridiculous. They're 1 in 40, which means you're supposed to miss out on them every now and then in a box. I think I got one in every single box this year, so I don't believe they were 1 in 40. I really don't, but that's that one. Next, we are going to move on. You know what? We're going to do this one, I think. Yes. because this one isn't as important, but nonetheless, it's got some cool stuff in there. It is our gold collection. Now, it is a lot thicker than I expected it to be. At the start of the year, I thought this would be a tough collection to complete, and of course I didn't complete it because it's not one that I've been actively searching for. However, I did get a fair few, and I'm not mad at my collection of gold. You can see some pretty notable names in there too. You saw Paddy Cripps, you got Scott Pendlebury up there, I've got Nick Dacos. Yeah, a nice mix of a load of different players. So yeah, pretty good year for the gold. Dusty Martin, we're not going to be seeing any more Dusty in Teamcoach now. Definitely disappointing. Definitely disappointing that Dusty, a mainstay and one of the biggest card chasers that I remember, is now retired. He's done, which is just, it's crazy to think about. But yeah, you keep moving through here. Again, because it's not completed, there's nothing too insane about this collection, but at the same time, a lot fuller than I expected it to be, and Team English is the last one you can get. So that is that. It is a decent way filled, but it probably won't ever be completed, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're not going to worry about it because we move on to the big boy. This one is one of my favorite albums because of its wild cards. I love my wild cards, and we'll see how many I've got this year, but we've got the Scanlers collection here, which was completed fairly early because you get one in every pack. And there are 72, I believe, 4 times 18, so it wasn't a terribly difficult one to complete. I managed to do it pretty easily. I did have an idea of sticking them all together so that they'd make the picture at the back, but I just didn't have the time and couldn't really be bothered. Next up, Odd Bods, and considering how bad they were this year, I do not want to see them next year. I really hope they move on from this set. I don't want to have to see, the Odd Bods really ever. I'm kind of over them. But yeah, a completed collection once again. I guess the only notable thing, Shea was ridiculously difficult to get. I don't know why, but we move to the wild cards, and there's a few additions I'm really happy about. First off, I changed up my little booklet. If you remember, I kept my case hits in a small booklet. I'm no longer doing that. I have put them in the album, and that is highlighted by Isaac Rankin. In between the last one and this one, I didn't have even the regular wild card. Now I got both. So very, very cool. It was a Facebook post that I managed to capitalize on, and ended up picking up that gold Isaac Rankin. Really, really cool. Darcy Moore is another one that I think I was lucky enough to pull because purchasing Collingwood cards is just difficult, really difficult. But other than that, it's still missing 3, so it's not a complete wildcard collection. This one's got a few as well. Missing 3 though once again. So 6 Magic wildcards that I missed out on so far this year. Magic wildcard tributes though, I did not miss out on those. I was quite happy with how this one turned out. 1 in 6 boxes are the golds, and you can see there's a fair few of them in there. Some that I've purchased, some that I've pulled. Really, really good. I have made a short about this as well. I managed to get the entire Magic Wildcard Tribute collection. That was also super cool. Magic Wildcard here, I managed to pull this one right after I had traded for it, so that was always great. And you can see we've got the regular ones on the back here because the golds that are at the front, yeah, they usually get the front spot. So then these ones get pushed to the back. If I'd gotten all the golds, that'd look super cool, and having all these on the back with the golds right here. But, you know, I'm not really too worried about it at the same time. It still looks pretty cool nonetheless that it's completed. It is completed. You can see all the regular ones at the back here for the ones that are gold. So I really love the Magic Wildcard Tribute set. It wasn't too difficult to get my hands on, and it also felt really, really cool pulling them. 1 in every 2 boxes and 1 in every 6 of the golds was, I think, a really, really good idea. I think it managed to get a good balance of rarity and impressive pulls and quantity of pulls, because I managed to pull a fair few of them, so I was quite happy with that. But then we move on to these ones, the Star Wildcards. I did very much like them, especially considering they are usually the best players for each team, or at least one of the best players. So Jordan Dawson, their captain, Paddy Cripps, Brownlow year, Caleb Sarongu's one of the best, Noah Anderson again, Dusty was a really nice one to pull, got a few LDUs, Clayton Oliver, we've got Bont down here, Barras, Warner, really good ones, Butters as well. Yeah, Star Wildcards were pretty good, and I liked the new design that they decided to go with this year. Really, really cool. And then the rookies. The rookies I always love because it's a really interesting concept for Teamcoach specifically, because Teamcoach doesn't really dive into the low numbers and all of that type of stuff, much like Select do. So rookie wildcards are like some of the best ways to get high value cards. And yeah, Harry Sheezel was the one to go for this year. I managed to get the regular one, not the gold one. You can see I did get a fair few golds. We got I pulled this Busslinger. I purchased this Jacob Constantine, who's now North Melbourne, which is great. We've got Aaron Cadman, who I also purchased, and a mix of other ones here and there, like Will Ashcroft. Will Ashcroft this year being a Norm Smith medalist is also pretty cool, but that is it for that album. And the only other album I have is full of my commons and silvers, which is full and is really nothing too special. But I do have my small mini album around here that I haven't taken all the case hits out, but I have taken a few of them. So you can see here, we've got the Lockie Neal Trophy Wildcard. This was my only Trophy Wildcard pull of the year. And we've got Took Miller there as well. He is a Scanlon's card alongside Bobby. Wait, when did I pull Bobby? I must have pulled Bobby sometime that I don't remember. I don't know how I forgot Bobby, but yeah, there's Bobby. I think it happened in Northy's month of Teamcoach, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's a bit poor from me. I should be able to remember that, but Scanlons I pulled a fair few of this year. Cam Zohar there. Clayton Oliver, I actually pulled Harris Andrews, and then from Harris Andrews traded that for this Cam Zohar because I am a North fan. So that is just about everything. A lot of case hits are in this album, and so you would have seen them in there. But over the year, considering how hard it was for me to properly collect, I'm not too mad at how my collection looks to end the year. I really think it could have been better, absolutely. But I can't be too mad. I think the collection turned out pretty good considering the circumstances. I was so busy with other things this year. I tried making content and keeping up with the pack openings as best as I could, and I think I succeeded to an extent. And I think that this year has a chance, considering I've got more time, I'm going to have a little bit more money to play around with. I think this year could be really, really good, and my collection for 2025 could look even better. So I'm incredibly excited to see what this video looks like next year. I wish this year had a few more completed collections, but it's got some, and I'm really, really happy with how it's turned out. Once again, and I think I've said it a fair few times throughout last year, and I've started this year, thank you guys so much for continuing your support on this channel. It has been a wonder to be able to keep doing this stuff for you guys, and I'm continuing to do it into 2025, which is crazy to say out loud, considering that we are a month into 2025 already, man. We are getting so close to footy season 2. It's going to be such a good year. I'm so excited. But I will remind you again, jump into Northy Breaks on Facebook. I've got a YouTube channel as well if you want to see more regular pack openings. Over there is the best place to go and look at them, because I do a lot more bulk pack openings. So you'll see a lot of 12 pack openings here on this channel. That'll be for me personally. But the Northy Breaks channel will have box breaks, especially Teamcoach and Footy Stars for 2025 once that starts rolling out. That is going to have a lot of big box breaks, so that's going to be really cool. And of course, these premium collector sets are always a treat, so I'm going to be opening that one up once that break is filled out. So thank you all so much for going over there and checking it out, hopefully. But yeah, if you do enjoy what you saw here today, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to this video as well. It's all very, very much appreciated, and I hope to see you all in a future video, especially with the new sets coming out very soon. I'll be updating you guys with whatever I can find in 2025 for the new sets. Of course, Footy Stars have just announced that they are going to be releasing details very soon, so exciting times indeed. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.